Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports. This is our underdog show. We've got a five pick slip for you, and we're going to talk about some extra plays too, because there's quite a bit that we're excited to get into today. We're going to be talking about the slate on Monday, February 26th. We've only got 4 games, but we've got some value on the board for sure. So if you've never tried Underdog, this is a perfect time to sign up. Just use our promo code BACKDOOR, and not only will they match your first deposit up to $100, so you deposit $100, you get $200 to play with. They're going to give you instant pick'em specials too, so you get some discounted props to get started on the right foot. And Underdog has been, there's none right now currently, but they've been dropping discounted props like all the time. So definitely take advantage of that. Get that deposit match. Just use code BACKDOOR. There's a link in the description of the video. If you want to sign up, we've been having a lot of fun on Underdog, and there's plays on here that you're never going to see on Prize Picks. So yeah, these are the plays that we're going to be covering. We're going to be going with Immanuel Quickley over 3.5 rebounds. This is just too good of a play. I don't know why it's still available everywhere, but it is. So we got 3.5 rebounds. We're taking that for more. Josh Hart over 8.5 rebounds. We're going to be giving you a scorcher today. Vince Williams Jr., 6.5 assists. We're going to be taking that for more. It's only 1.1x. It's not, I mean, it's just a little scorcher. It's not like going to, shoot your slip up too much. But obviously with any of these, just fade them if you don't like them. But these are the picks we chose for today's show. And continuing down the line, we got Jakob Portal, 11.5 rebounds and assists. We're taking that for more. Obi Toppin, 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And I believe that's all 5. Cool. So yeah, if you're new to the show, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Some of these plays move on us pretty quickly, so if you do want to be able to jump on that value right when we drop the videos, just make sure your notifications are on, so you'll be notified when we drop our video. If you guys don't mind, do us a favor and like the video. It's the best way to support the channel. It really helps us get into in front of a larger audience. That's just the way their algorithm works, So if you guys appreciate what we're doing, just hook us up with a like, and it goes a long way for us. So we appreciate you guys. All right, so we are gonna skip the recap because we did post a slip, but we were gonna make a video the other day, and then we had some issues pop up, so we weren't able to put it out. But for time's sake, since this video is getting out a little bit later, we're just gonna get straight into these plays. Actually, before I do though, make sure you guys check out Daily Grind. They're our official sponsor and partner. We've been working with them for a while. We love their tools. The DFS Optimizer is a game changer. It will help you find good plays, and it also helps you confirm plays that you're interested in. So they're giving all of our viewers 25% off of any of their tools. Just use code BACKDOOR. Go to dgfantasy.com, use code BACKDOOR. They'll give you 25% off, and you can apply that to any of the tools they have there. So if you really want to go all out and get the whole bundle, you'll save a lot of money. Just make sure you use that code BACKDOOR. And there's a link in the description of the video if you guys want to check that out. So, all right, Immanuel Quickley here. If we take a look at this over-under, we have got a 245 over-under with the Pacers favored by 6. This is a nice high-scoring game. Feeling really good about getting multiple pieces of this game as we are in this video. But yeah, nice high-scoring game, and not anything to be too concerned about as far as blowout goes. Only a 6-point spread favoring the Pacers. If we jump over to Outlier here, we can see. Actually, let me turn this filter off. I know I had it for the last video. All right, so yeah. So we can see over his last 5 games, he's only gone over this 3 times, but look how high of a margin he's covered this by. Last time he played Indiana, same matchup on Valentine's Day, he went for 6 rebounds. And then against Brooklyn, 6 rebounds. Against Atlanta, 7 rebounds. And the matchup isn't too bad. For point guards, Indiana is 13th in rebounds allowed. So this low line of 4, I just really feel like he'll be able to hit this. We got a 32.5 is his average minutes over these last 5 games, and only 2 fouls. So he's not getting into foul trouble. And these last 3 games, his minutes have actually been bumped up. Last time he played Indiana, he went for 35.3 minutes. So he's on the floor a decent amount of time. And I'm so stoked. I've got this play in so many slips already across multiple platforms. So yeah, if we jump over to Daily Grind and take a look at what this is looking like, they have this as his top play on Underdog, 51.93% odds to hit the over at a -128, and we got a -122 or higher for it to go over across all of the odds makers and platforms. So feeling really good about that play to get us started. I'm just going to be covering one more, and then I'm going to pass it over to Jordy for these last 3 plays. The other play I'm going to be covering is this Scorcher here, Vince Williams Jr. I took a bunch of this at 6.5 last night because I'm just like loving this play. But now they turned it into a Scorcher. So you get a little multiplier bump because I think some platforms dropped it down to 6, but I'll take it at 6.5 all day. If we take a look at this over under, we got a 214.5 over under. So not a high scoring game. The Nets only favored by 2, so it should be close. If we jump back over to Outlier, you can see how often he's gone over this 6.5 line, 6 straight games. The matchup is like a little bit difficult, but he's just getting so many minutes because of their injury situation in Memphis that I feel really good about this. And it's actually not that bad. 11th in assists allowed to shooting guards. So just barely above average. But yeah, 6 straight games of 7 or more. And if we look at his minutes, like we said, he's getting that just under 35 minutes a game over his last 10, 3 fouls per game. So right on that line of like, I mean, I'm not concerned about foul trouble, but you know, if it was like 3.5 or 4, that's when you start to say like, hey, this guy could be in foul trouble here and there. But I don't think it's going to affect his minutes. As you can see, 10 straight games averaging just under 35 minutes. So feeling great about this play. If we actually, this is not on Daily Grind because we're on the Underdog tab and it's a Scorcher. So they only cover regular plays. But I'm feeling great about this play. And I'm just going to tell you guys about just one more play that is not a part of the video, but I do feel really good about it. My apologies. Let me just clean this up a little bit. It is Jaren Jackson Jr. So take this if you want. I just wanted to shout it out. His turnovers here at 3.5. I've taken this for more in a lot of slips on multiple platforms. If you take a look here at Jaren Jackson, he's gone over 3.5 turnovers in 4 out of his last 5 games. And this matchup is just horrendous for him. The Nets are number 1 in forcing turnovers to centers, and he's already bad at securing the ball. So if you're looking for just an extra play to mix and match around, you might want to take a look at that. And then the last one I want to mention, if it comes back, keep an eye on Gary Trent Jr. They had 1.5 assists available on Underdog here. And I got it in a ton of slips last night, but they've removed it, but they may bring it back. So if you're looking for some really high upside plays, keep an eye on that. But yeah, these are the 2 that I'm covering, and I'm going to pass it over to Jordy for the rest of this slip.
Yeah, man. So before I get into the rest of the slip here, we just want to tell you guys about one more of our sponsors, and that is Chalkboard. Chalkboard is like such an up-and-coming app right now. Unfortunately, it's only available for iOS users at this moment, but they are working on the Android and desktop version, so stay tuned for that. But it's a lot like Underdog in a sense where, you know, you can make slips up to 100x, which is something Underdog does not do unless you take a bunch of Scorchers. But what you can do on that app that you can't do on any other app that I know of is you can bump your own lines up or down. So if I take this Jakob Poeltl at 11.5 rebounds and assists, I can bump it up to like 13.5 or 12.5 and get a higher multiplier. So it'll turn into like a 2.2x or a 3x, depending on how high I bump it up. Or if I only feel like he's going to go for over 9.5, I could bump it down to 9.5 and take it there, and it'll just be like a 1.1x. So it's a really cool app. Definitely go check them out. They're also matching your guys' deposit up to $100 with your first deposit. So if you go there and you use code BACKDOOR at checkout, they will hook you up with that deposit match. They also do insured plays. They're called Shield plays. So not only can you set your own lines, but you can insure those lines, which is wild. They're doing some really cool stuff over there, so definitely go check them out. The link is in the description for you iOS users out there. All right, let's get into these last 3 here. So this Obi Toppin over 13.5 PRA. I feel good about this play. Over the last 5, he's only done this 3 times, but one of these was against Toronto, who they are again playing tonight. And I feel good about this matchup for him. It's a little bit of a tough one. 11th in points allowed to power forward, 10th in rebounds, and 12th in assists. So a little bit of a tough matchup, but he just went for 20 PRA against them. On the 14th, he had 15 points and 5 rebounds. He didn't get any assists, but I do like the whole PRA because he does have these games where he goes for 4 or 5 assists. As you can see over the stretch of 10 games, this doesn't look as pretty. He's only done it 4 out of 10 games, but it's just a matchup that he's comfortable in. In both head-to-heads, he's gone for 20 PRA against them. So, he plays pretty well against Toronto. So I'm going to stay in the flames with him here. If you look at this one on Daily Grind, it's juiced to go over at a 52% chance and a minus basically 130. It's a 129. So I feel good about this play. The over-under on this game is a 245 over-under with a 6-point favorite to the Pacers. So huge over-under game. I think he's going to have plenty of opportunities to get this done. And then on the other side of the coin in this game, I'm taking Jakob Poeltl for over 11.5 rebounds and assists. I feel good about Jakob Poeltl in this matchup. He's another one who just did this. It doesn't look crazy over the last 10 games. Over the last 20, he's only done it 9 out of 20 games, but he's had some pretty monster games in here when it comes to rebounds and assists, and he's just gotten healthy again, so they're slowly juicing his minutes back up. But the last time they played Indiana was just on the 14th of this month, and he went for 14 RA against them. He had 11 rebounds and 3 assists. Over the other 2 head-to-heads, where he played, a lot more minutes, he had 9 and 10 in those games. But, he's really been putting it together over this last 5-game stretch, and I think he's just going to have, with this massive over-under, there's a lot more opportunities for rebounding. And, the Pacers, they don't do very well offensive rebounding-wise. A lot of that is just because they make a lot of their shots, but they're a pretty bad offensive rebounding team, and Jakob Poeltl is a monster on the board sometimes. I mean, this guy's had pretty big games, like where he goes for like 14, 15 rebounds, so I like Jakob Poeltl's chances in this game. The rebounds, I'm going with the rebounds and assists over just the rebounds. The rebounds are just slightly like juiced, or not juiced, but they're, I'll show you on here. If you take the rebounds, it's just a 0.85x. So they're not giving us a full value on just the rebounds. But if you look at some of the games this guy's been putting together, I mean, the last game he just played, he went for 13 rebounds and 6 assists against Atlanta. So the dude can assist the ball for sure. I love that value, especially when we look at the assists against that Indiana are giving up to centers. They're 26 in assists allowed when it comes to the center position, giving up almost 4. So I like those odds just to give that extra value, and I think he can push that over the top. And it's juice for him to go over the 8.5 rebounds. So if he can just hit his rebounds and then get like 3 assists, we're going to be there. So I feel good about this one to go over. On Daily Grind, they feel good about it, or they don't feel good about it. This is the one that's juiced to go under. It's a 51.46% chance to go under and a minus 127. So go with your gut on this one. I'm definitely going with my gut in the opposite direction. So fade this one if you want, but I feel pretty good about it. And then our last play that I'm going to be going over is this Josh Hart rebounds at 8.5. I mean, what's not to like about anything Josh Hart rebounds right now? The dude is absolutely on a tear, and for his size, he's one of the best rebounders I've seen in my days at his size when it comes to getting rebounds. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's in that like Draymond category where he's putting up these double-digit rebound games almost every single game. He's gone over this line 8 out of 10 games and 12 out of 20. The reason it's only 12 out of 20 is because his minutes have gotten bumped way more because of all the injuries. We still have no OG Anunoby, no Randall, and no Mitchell Robinson, so the dude's going to have plenty of playing time tonight. One thing I do love on the opposite side of the coin here is no Isaiah Stewart tonight. He is kind of a thorn in everyone's side when he plays. He's suspended right now, so he's not going to be in this game, so I think Josh Hart will have an easier time. Obviously, this game has a little bit of blowout potential. 11-point favorite to the Knicks, so just be careful. But I think that the Pistons are good enough right now to keep this game from getting to the point where they throw in the scrubs. I think they'll beat them, but I think that they'll keep the game close enough. This one's juiced to go over, 53.76% chance, and almost a minus 140 on the odds. So we'd love to see that. You couldn't dare me to take the under on Josh Hart right now. If you look at his minutes over the last 10 games, he's getting 40 minutes a game almost every game. So unless something crazy happens tonight and they absolutely just torch the Pistons, which is possible, but the Pistons play really good defense. So I think that they'll keep this game close enough. So yeah, I feel good about him hitting this one, and that's all 5 for you guys.
All right, guys, that's the 5 we're rolling with. We got a couple extras for you to keep your eye on as well. Excited about this 4-game slate. You know, every now and again, it's nice to just have like a little bit of a smaller slate so you can really focus on the games. Sometimes when there's like multiple games going all over the place, it just gets to be a little bit much. You don't get to actually watch that much ball. But we're excited about this slate, even though it's kind of small. And if you guys are interested in checking out our Discord, there's a link in the description of the video. It's about 50 cents a day, and it's been popping off. We've been salvaging some of these rough starts with, like overnight League of Legends plays and different esports plays. And we got like people dropping soccer and NHL. It's just been a lot of fun and a really good community. If you end up joining, make sure you hop in the community chat. Let us know you're new to the channel. New to the Discord, and we'll just kind of welcome you, and let you know like how we break everything down. And we have 4 analysts total in there, so there's just a lot of value to be had. And the best resource is the actual community. And I just can't tell you enough how much fun we've been having, like around the clock. It's getting a little wild with like basically posting slips every like 20-30 minutes. Someone's got something for everyone to get into. But yeah, if you decide to check that out, just go through the link in the description of the video for our Discord. And once you're in Discord, go to server subscriptions and then subscribe. That'll unlock all the channels for you. And then on top of all that, you get all of our picks before the videos even come out. So definitely check that out. And I think that's going to do it for us. We hope you guys have a great Monday, and we will catch you tonight for a first look.
Good luck, guys.